Stephanie Jenkins, why did you not take your boys with you today to the Rice Museum? Why? You are posting pictures of your daughters everywhere, and you're so proud, but somehow you never, before you come for me saying, she can't post pictures of Deshaun for legal reasons, I know, but somehow she never wants to take Atlas. And I had posted a similar video like this, but it was just very vague. But I want to talk about something that a user or a person on this TikTok brought up. It was a very interesting fact. They basically said how we all know that Bubba Atlas has autism and he loves rocks and pebbles and playing with all of that. Why didn't you take him? Like, if you know, it's the same thing as if you know your daughter likes Peppa Pig, but you take all your boys to go see Peppa Pig. Why? You're always excluding the boys, and I think it's because I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it. I have a thought in my head. Go ahead and comment and tell me if you think you know what it is, but there is a reason. There is a reason.
So, can we talk about Stephanie Jenkins for a second? Because, girl, I literally cannot with this woman today. She posted the cutest little vlog, right? Took a bunch of the kids to this rock and mineral museum, all these pretty crystals and geodes and whatever. And of course, the comment section is eating it up like, mom goals, this is so wholesome, blah, blah, blah. But the second I saw the photos, I was like, hold up. Wait a damn minute. Where are the boys? Like, literally, where are they? She had every single one of the girls, dressed cute, hair done, smiling at the shiny rocks. But Bubba, Atlas, not a single picture. Not even oh, the boy stayed home with Dad today. Nothing. Radio silence. And before anybody comes for me in the comments like, she's not allowed to post Sean because of custody stuff.
The Jenkins, yet again, doing the most bare minimum, wild stuff that's so incredibly unimportant. Get jobs.
It is bedtime. I don't know why my daughter is still awake. And her bedroom door was open. And she opened my bedroom door. So she's like listening to me like a creep. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm making a TikTok. Get out of here. Go to bed.
Anyways, Stephanie's pretending like Drew packs her snacks in the car. Girl, no, he doesn't. He does not like you. Why can we all see this and you can't see this? Next thing we need to address is Thanksgiving. I hope we all said a prayer for that Ninja air fryer because you know that thing put in work. Only thing working in that motel room. Listen, maybe it's the motel, but she makes slop now. That's all that lady makes is slop, 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 overseasoned slop, more slop. It's not good. I used to think she could cook. Not anymore. Listen, everything looks burnt, and also, respectfully, you're cooking in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, I know that. We've been new. I'm not even talking about Sean right now. I'm talking about Bubba, her actual biological son. The little boy who is literally obsessed with rocks. Like, rocks are his entire personality, allegedly. This child will sit for hours sorting pebbles in the driveway, okay? This museum trip was made for him. This should have been his Super Bowl. And instead he's, where? At home playing Fortnite by himself while his mom gets to play Pinterest Perfect Mommy with the girls. Oh, I'm getting heated just thinking about it. Because here's the thing. This is not the first time. This is a pattern at this point. Every fun family outing she posts, it's always the girls front and center. The boys either don't come at all, or if they do, they're barely in the frame, looking miserable like they got dragged there against their will. And I don't understand. Like, do you not see how that looks? Do you not see how messed up that is? And look, I'm not saying every single outing has to include all 7 kids. Obviously, that Jetta is not fitting 9 people with car seats. I get logistics, I'm not stupid. But when it's a consistent thing where the same kid keeps getting left behind, that's not logistics anymore. That's a choice.
This is who Stephanie wants to be. She wants to be the next Carissa Collins. And if you don't know who this lovely individual is, let me give you the 2-second rundown. She's just this super religious nut job with all these kids, and she's actually really, and whitewashes her kids. Her man and their mixed kids all over the internet. Every other post is about, and she's just despicable. And yeah, she pops one out every year, like Steph has said she wants to do. Steph also always wants to pretend she's a Christian, this and that. It's just, yeah, this is where we're going, and it's not good. Because all Carissa does is exploit the fuck out of her kids, which we already know Steph does, and her whole entire goal in life all these years has been to be a family vlogger and exploit the fuck out of her kids. That's all she wants. She's said it in her own words a million times. She wants to go viral. She wants to be a family blogger. She doesn't want to work. That's what she wants to do. She wants to exploit her kids in lieu of working. Cancel the Jenkins before she becomes the next Carissa Collins. Bye-bye.
And the kid who keeps getting left behind just so happens to be the one with autism who's a little louder, a little more work, a little more difficult in public sometimes. Interesting. Real interesting. Because allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly because I don't live in that house, but allegedly Bubba's delays and his behaviors only get worse when he's stuck at home all day with zero stimulation, zero new experiences, zero language modeling. Like, how do you expect a kid who's already behind to catch up if you never take him anywhere, or talk to him, or expose him to new things? You can't just park him in front of a screen 24/7 and then act shocked when he's not hitting milestones. But taking him to a museum where he can touch rocks and hear people talk about rocks, and maybe learn new words for rocks. Apparently that's too much effort, too overwhelming, too whatever. So instead it's easier to just not. Leave him home with Bob, let him zone out on the Xbox, and go make cute content with the kids who are easier to manage and look better on camera.
It's been a busy week, but let's get into the Resilient Jenkins Thanksgiving special, shall we? Stephanie managed to pull off a full Thanksgiving feast in the motel room. I'm not going to comment much on that, but good for her for giving her kids a Thanksgiving meal. Looks like Deshaun was not there, thankfully, and he was with his biological mother for the holiday. Step on the Resilient Jenkins holiday weekend is taking her girls to the Rice Museum. But of course, she was able to snag free ticket, because we all know Stephanie's not going to go take her kids to do something that isn't free. But at least the kids got to do something this holiday break.
And don't even get me started on how she always says stuff like, "Next time I'll take the boys." Girl, when? When is next time? Because we've been hearing next time for the past 2 years, and somehow next time never comes. I saw someone in the comments point this out, and I literally wanted to stand up and applaud, because they said exactly what I was thinking. If one of the girls was obsessed with something, let's say unicorns or whatever, and there was a unicorn museum, you know damn well the whole family would be there, boys included, whether they liked it or not. But the second it's something Bubba would actually love and benefit from, nah, girls only.
I do feel for Atlas, though. He's a toddler and he goes nowhere. He stays in that motel room 24/7. This means that he's normally outside the motel playing with rock. The museum she went to, there was all these exhibits about rock. That would have been the perfect place to take her son and give him the stimulation that he so desperately needs in a safe environment with something that he actually enjoys, rocks. Stephanie has self-diagnosed him with autism. I truly believe that boy just does not have any stimulation in his life. He doesn't leave the motel room, only plays with dirt and rocks. And to top it off, apparently Manova the baby started walking. It's just too precious of a moment to share with us. But the comments on this post had me dying. This one reads, probably because there's something in the background of the video that you don't want us to see. Shared your kid's snot in your hairy armpits, but not your kid walking. Right. Maybe now Addie doesn't have to carry her around anymore. This last one, you have no problem showing you tossing your cats outside, smoking live, your daughter's snot, but okay, you won't show us her walking. Okay.
It's giving very obvious favoritism, and I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. It feels like the boys, especially Bubba, are only valued when they're quiet, when they're out of sight, when they're not ruining the aesthetic or the vibe of the day. And that's honestly disgusting. Because imagine being a little kid and seeing your mom post all these beautiful memories with your sisters, knowing you didn't get to go. Again, knowing you're always the one left out. How do you think that feels? That messes with a kid, especially a kid who already struggles to understand social stuff. And yeah, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe there's a perfectly innocent explanation and I'm just out here looking crazy. But when it happens over and over and over again, at some point we have to call it what it is.
That bitch with the warmed up bathroom, the moment you can literally press a button to program the floor in your shower. Nah, that's okay. Resilient build every day. Ooh, it's freezing in here.
Okay, so like I had to buy a bunch of washcloths because I don't know if y'all noticed, it's been like really dirty in here and shit. And like, oh my god, look, it's a moisture cameo. Go back to Donut Mom. So I have to use this shirt, but this is the one that baby girl was born on, so it's got the afterburst and shit. But anyway, I'm gonna use the back of it. So like, we got denied for our apartment for like stupid reasons, like they didn't want us to have like 3 bad marks on our credit scores, and like I had like 3 and King has like 2, so together we have like 18. So that's just bullshit. Why can't they let irresponsible people have?
Picture this. Thanksgiving morning. Most families are doing the chaotic cute thing. Kids running around, turkey in the oven, whatever. Meanwhile, 7 human beings, 4 of them literal children, are waking up in the exact same dark, greasy, airless motel room they've been trapped in for almost a year. Curtains stay closed like sunlight is a personal enemy. 1 hot plate, 1 microwave, grease particles, literally living in the blankets at this point. It smells like old pizza and broken dreams 24/7. And instead of, I don't know, using that day to maybe fill out another housing application or call a social worker or literally anything productive, Stephanie is online, hyping herself up with fake accounts, like full-time job levels of hyping herself up. I'm talking dozens of brand new profiles, all private, all with those creepy AI-generated faces that look like they're about to sell you skincare, all following exactly 7 people. We'll come back to that.
So Stephanie Jenkins took the kids, and by the kids, I mean only the girls. Stephanie Jenkins took the kids to a museum to look at rocks. Let's talk about it. It really pisses me off that she never ends up taking Bubba and she never takes Deshaun. Like, I understand not being able to show him for your profit because he's not your kid. Sorry, that's my Roomba. But you can still take him to these places, right? Like, she flat out says that she wants to take her boys next time. First of all, we know that not all of her kids can fit in the car, in the Jetta. It's not big enough for 7 people. It just isn't. And so, unfortunately, Bubba always gets the short straw just because he's younger. And I think, honestly, Stephanie Jenkins doesn't know how to deal with his autism and doesn't want to batallar. That basically means she doesn't want to struggle. She doesn't want to have to put any effort of taking him anywhere, so she just leaves him at home. I think it's a lot easier for Drew to stay home too and just play on his gaming system and just let Bubba there. Leave him there and not talk to him. And it just pisses me off even more because it's like, this is why he's probably delayed. You can't diagnose him with having autism if you don't speak to him, if you leave him. If you really cared, you would be taking him with you and like talking to him, and you'd be like, hey, like these aren't rock, da 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 da. Like, explicitly model language and the use of it. But instead you just leave him at home and you want to go create these beautiful little memories with your daughters. I don't know, Stephanie Jenkins Thompson, you're just mad weird.
All posting the exact same emojis, the exact same broken English, the exact same desperate, you're such an amazing mama energy. It's giving single-player mode on expert difficulty. And the kicker? She spent Thanksgiving fighting her own commenters while her kids ate leftovers off paper plates in the dark. Like ma'am, the turkey is not the problem here. She drops the classic, feeding my kids montage the next day, holding up a plate of reheated slop like she just cured world hunger. Girl, feeding your children is not a personality trait, it's the bare minimum. That's not content, that's a legal requirement. But apparently in Stephanie land, putting food in front of your kids once a day deserves a slow-motion hair flip and a gratitude post. The comments immediately clocked it. People were like, cool, they ate. Can they have bedrooms now? And instead of taking even an ounce of that energy and going, you know what, they're right, let me figure this out, she logs into approximately 47 burner accounts and starts World War III in her own comment section. Okay.
Stephanie is trying so hard to be relatable, it's cringe. She's like showing her armpits now and talking about armpit stuff after she just showed her kids mega depressed in a motel room. She's worried about how her armpits feel when you shave them. She really just shows she lacks basic hygiene, I think. Because everything that has to do with basic hygiene is very hard for her. Meanwhile, her kids look like they've had enough of life. And they cannot simply go on. She is worried about her armpits, yeah.
Let me paint the scene for you because it's actually comedy gold if it wasn't so sad. You've got Jenna sliding in with Happy Thanksgiving, Queen tell your girls, and boo, I said Happy Turkey Day too. Cool, cool. Wait, why did she name every child except Deshaun? Why is the one kid she constantly treats like an expired coupon the only one missing from the fake love paragraph? Somebody in the comments goes, why y'all keep forgetting D exists? And Lindsay, who is 100% Stephanie in a dollar store wig, responds, Oh, they meant Drew LOL. Ma'am, you wrote it. You are the author of this fan fiction. How did you forget your own plot?
But let's get into this. So this is a screenshot I took from a video on Facebook because we really didn't need to see her like gyrating around. So it says nothing hits better than those Thanksgiving leftovers. At the time of her posting this, it's been 3 days since Thanksgiving. But Steph's notorious for being unable to post on time. So for all I know, this was the day of Thanksgiving and she decided to make a video, be like, eating our leftovers. But all this looks like to me is a woman who is so desperate for control that she uses food as a means to be able to gain that control. Because how do you have like 4 billion people in that hotbox fart room and you have this many leftovers? Especially when like King Daddy Drew, like I think his normal portion size is like 2 of these things. And let's just, once again, let's look at something.
Then the circus really starts. You've got Claire Miranda, whoever, jumping in with, yum, everything looks delicious. Dr. Nick and Dr. Josh doing heart eyes in sync like they share one brain cell. Kennedy going, happy turkey day, we're off to dinner, but we'll be back tomorrow to support you guys. Support you with what, girl? Prayers and AI avatars. And then, the nail in the coffin. She copies and pastes the exact same comment from 2 different accounts, seconds apart. Word for word. Not even a LOL added to one to make it look natural. Same punctuation, same everything. I'm sitting here like, do you not see the screen? Do you think we're blind?
This is a screenshot that I took like a while ago of Stephanie's dinner portions for these older kids, and it's small. I don't think these kids get food. I mean, I get that they wouldn't want to eat a lot of her food because it sucks. For all we know, that chicken is like caked in allspice and pumpkin spice. We'll never know. There's probably like a bunch of mustard thrown into the cake for no reason. Like again, it just comes off as being like very odd behavior, and I think it's like on purpose. I think she genuinely knows how to cook and season things, and she does it terribly as a form of punishment because she's evil. So yeah. So that's my little hot take on this video. Again, make sure you're following me for more yapping, hot takes, and then, also please sound off below if you have any other like super cool business ideas that we can give Stephanie so she stops asking us for money. Okay, she kind of needs to get like on her own feet on this one, instead of assuming that like all of us have a budget for her children. So peace out.
Every single one of these accounts has the same stats. Private, AI pic. Exactly 7 followers, because that's the default when you make a new profile and follow a few randoms real quick. 0 posts except the ones gassing Stephanie up. The math is not mathing, honey. And the tea doesn't stop there. Some of these burners have been real sloppy about Deshawn specifically. They'll praise the girls and Bubba and just act like the other kid evaporated. One of them even said, I'm just tired of hearing about Don. He's not the real victim. If that's you saying that about your own child from a fake account, girl, blink 3 times. We're calling CPS ourselves at this point. People also pointed out something that made me actually cackle. Remember when she was begging for a cosigner so they could finally get approved for a house? All these ride or die fake supporters, and not a single one was like, hey girl, I got you, I'll cosign. Not one, because they don't exist. They're sock puppets with Wi-Fi. And now the conspiracy girlies are saying the whole Drew has a secret side chick drama from a few weeks ago might have been orchestrated too, because the timing was just too perfect right when views were tanking. The alleged side chick went from exposing him to suddenly being Team Stephanie overnight. The switch-up was giving paid actress. I don't know if I fully buy that one yet, but at this point, nothing would shock me.
Stephanie Jenkins, and my kids were looking like this for Thanksgiving morning, on Thanksgiving morning, I would be doing something better with my life. Because look at them, they look depressed. Her kids, Miss Stephanie Jenkins Thompson's kids, look like they've been through it and they're tired of it. Like, they are not happy. They are just trying to get it over with, I think. This is a picture of basically Addie and the other kids during Thanksgiving morning, afternoon, whatever. But I would feel this way if I knew that my mom was making sweet potatoes, calling them yams, even though technically they're not yams, they're sweet potatoes, and keeping the skins, like the skin on the sweet potato. That's criminal, and that is I guess she's trying to like build up her resilience or something. I don't know. But we are tired of this. They look tired. Her kids look exhausted. You would think that this is not even a holiday for them. Go ahead and comment and tell me what you think and how you feel, because this is criminal. And am I the only one who thinks they look exhausted? I don't know.
Meanwhile, real life. Still no confirmed move-out date, just some vague, "we applied for a house" post that feels like it's buying time until the next excuse. They made a brand new TikTok account talking about how they have no money, but somehow they're still out here buying Target candles and junk food like everything's fine. The cognitive dissonance is deafening. I'm tired. These kids deserve sunlight. They deserve separate rooms. They deserve a mom who's spending 8 hours a day fixing the mess instead of 8 hours a day arguing with teenagers on the internet through 12 different avatars. It's giving mental health crisis. It's giving delusion on a level I've never seen. And it's giving the kids are paying the price for all of it. Like, allegedly, reports say, rumor has it, whatever disclaimer you need. At the end of the day, those children are still breathing recycled grease air, while their mother performs motherhood for an audience of literally herself. It's dark.
So what do we think Exploiterson Thompson's plan is? Because you're gonna post it eventually, like we know this. So what do we think is gonna hit sub only first? What's she doing? Because she will drag this out over like 5 posts. It's so stupid. You don't care about privacy. Oh, so this is too private of a moment, but making jokes and having your daughter get on camera and saying that it's for your late bits we're cool with that. Girl, shut the fuck up. We know you're gonna post every damn thing about this baby like you do since you posted her birth story and name as sub-only content from day one. All you do is exploit your fucking kids. And it needs to stop. Because you're despicable. Bye-bye now.
Anyway, I need to know what you guys think because I've been screaming into the void about this for 48 hours straight. Are we shocked? Are we surprised? Are we exhausted? All of the above. Drop your thoughts down below. Tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there because I love living vicariously through people who have windows that open. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on notifications because trust me, this story is nowhere near over. I love you guys. Stay safe out there and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.